Oando PLC has released unaudited financials for the first half of 2024. There's its revenues coming in at 2 trillion naira, 51% growth there. Operating profit coming in at 122 billion naira. Its profit after tax coming in at 626 billion. Now, as far as production, upstream production is concerned, the crude oil production 5,790 barrels per day. As far as the liquefied, gas liquids, 312, natural gas equivalent barrels per day of 18,286 at a total of 24,389 when you put all that together. Arise Business Analyst Chika Mbonu joins us to discuss what this means for the company and as well as the oil and gas sector. Chika, good morning to you, sir.
I've not seen you for almost more than 1 month now.
For quite a while. I've
been there gallivanting around the whole planet, around the world.
It's good to see you, sir.
While you were aware, I'm sure you follow Nigerian press.
Yes.
The NGX, Nigerian, the stock exchange, suspended the shares of Oando. I just thought I'd just take a step back.
Certainly.
To put everything in perspective. Suspend the shares of Oando, and because of the compliances. Indeed, what happened was that when that was done, our program is watched by a lot of people. Some viewers sent messages to me to ask me, what's going on, what is the explanation of this, and so we had to talk about it. And then we talked about the fact that being in the stock exchange, it requires you to behave in a particular way, which includes compliances, the right time to submit your annual reports and stuff like that. And Oando hadn't submitted their 2023 audited account, and then even for the half year of 2024. And so the shares were suspended. But to the restive shareholders, that has been suspended. That has been lifted. And then because Oando has now complied totally. And of course, I'm sure they understand that sometimes when you don't put your reports out on timely basis, people may think that there's something wrong with your enterprise. So that has been done, and so trading has started again on the shares of the company. And then, interestingly, because of the fact also that year to date, I think apart from Julie Pharmacy, Oando is the second best performing stock in the Nigerian exchange. And that's why it was very critical for them to actually come back. A lot of shareholders were actually worried about what happened to their shares. So if you allow me to speak to the Oando people, assuming I were in the shoes, I would just say the Oando story now, the Oando of the past should actually end with a half-year result. Because as you know, in August, they got approval for the acquisition of Nigerian Oil Company, and with that $783 million transaction, and which, through so many other positive on the operations. And so any review of their financials, like quality historically is Oando of the past. Of course, you look at that half-year report, the half-year PBT was higher than the last year, 2023, full-year PBT. So it portends where the future is is headed for the company. So where is Oando now? Where is it headed? They got into acquisition. Now, in the past, remember they were just members of the joint venture. But because of this acquisition now, their shareholding has moved from 20% to 40%. And that is taking the position of operator of that asset. And so being operator of the asset, now they're taking the destiny into their hand. And they're basically able now to deal with frontally all the issues that historically impeded their production, that affected their performance in the previous years. Because if you analyze the financial of Oando in the past, including that 2023, and even the half year they put out, you will see there that volumes came down because of the fact that the insecurity, the issue of theft of crude oil, community problems, not working the assets properly. But now they're on the pilot seat. A lot of those things will, they have the destiny in their hand now. So for the restive shareholders, I believe that the future can only look better for them. As the CEO put out also, he said, within the first 30 days of taking over, they have ramped up production by about 6%.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah. So we are hoping that by maybe end of the year figures, despite the anything, any other things that we don't know, figures will start, getting also, be on the all bound.
Okay.
So what are the things for Oando? What is the future strive for them? As I said, for the upstream, this thing, they're going to ramp up production for them. Remember, they have other segments of the business.
Yeah.
There's trading also. And with this opportunity they have now, they're going to expand their trading all over the world. Okay. They have the clean energy aspect of the business. They have to do with
the buses
and the CNG and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So that's going to also help them. And they have, in this acquisition now, they have power. They acquired power. There's a power plant they acquired, which essentially is doing about 8 to 9% of the power capacity of Nigeria. So that's based on a joint venture, that's a major thing for them also. Yeah. So their businesses are segmented now. And if I were them, I would just say we are the new Oando. And if you talk about Oando in the past, it's always been one comma or one question mark or stuff like that. Yeah. Financials not submitted on time, this one not done on time, shareholder problem. But in the new, the future's, straightforward, clear for them. All the stakeholders should just support them, including the banks also, because the acquisition they made have doubled their reserve capacity, and it's cash generative because from first day they're earning any money from the acquisition. So future is bright for them, and I hope that the management will run it that way and take the company to the next levels as it should be.
You've always talked about oil being Nigeria's,
the blood.
So, going forward, I guess for players in the sector, how important is it to us to be able to ramp up production, address security and so on?
You do recall also that you saw what the Oando PLC did about 2 weeks ago, or when they did the 1 million barrels a day, increase. They wanted to just add 1 million barrels on our production volumes now. So the indication, as I said, I've said it several times in the past, that our body requires barrels of oil.
Commonwealth.
We need more crude oil. Yeah. So all the assets, Oando, for example, has been the first domestic company that has succeeded in this acquisition. Now, you saw also they approved the separate mobile own in the Renaissance share own still in its own quandary. So we hope that, now Nigerians are handling this onshore and shallow waters assets. Yeah. We believe that the community issues that hitherto had affected the productive capacity of this well, so will be handled better because they will speak the language of the natives, they understand the issues of the natives. Then the issue also asset management. Most of these assets have been abandoned, they're not being run for a long time because the original IOC owners have abandoned them and took off because of the safety issues. Nigerians are running it now, it's going to be better. So we believe that everything being equal, as I said, Oando has put out that the first 30 days of their taking over, they ramped up production by 36%. We believe that if they put that and this is what Nigeria is looking for. We're barrel hungry, barrel of crude hungry. We're looking for barrel of crude anywhere.
Exchange rate impact.
And I said that if we push our production volumes to 2 million barrels unencumbered per day, all these issues but even the fuel price, which is exchange rate indicative, a lot of problems we have will be moderated because we can defend our currency, reserve capacity will increase, and other things will fall in place.
Very positive story. Arise, business analyst, aviation analyst, oil and gas analyst, banking analyst, Chika Mbonu, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Welcome back, Ruth.
Thank you, sir.